Hey guys, and welcome to Penumbra Overture. So I haven't heard a whole lot about this game, just that it's pretty similar in the playstyle of the Amnesia games, and I thought why not? So let's get into it. I'm not trying to have a hard time right now. My story began in February year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. But he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago.
Damn.
So the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Let's do it. Finally, we're almost docked. I better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse. Yes, because I talk to myself and tell myself I can pick things up with the left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things with the right mouse. Ooh. Okay, so if I pick things up with the and I hit right trigger, I can throw stuff. Nice. Always good to have a notebook, and to jot down interesting information and reminders. I thought I left my torch in my desk drawer next to my bed. I can open it by using the left mouse and holding the button down and moving the mouse. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea where I'm heading. Get out of the way, chair. Get out of the way. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still have one bed on board taking shifts, because it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of the life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so you can come home to me safely, and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know? I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Hengry sons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well on the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home. To me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. The fisherman's wife's love letter. Okay, so in here. Flashlight switches on and off via the inventory tab, or hopefully with the shortcut F. Now, where's the emergency glow stick? Should still be in my locker. Keys in my inventory. Batteries. Good thing I have my torch at hand. Well, I couldn't finish reading that. Some extra batteries to power my flashlight. Could come in handy if my torch runs out of batteries. I should be able to access it through the inventory or with the shortcut G. That should be everything I need. I want to get going before dark. Nothing in the bag? As I stepped off the boat setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I had been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. It's so cold. Don't know where I am. I need a shelter soon. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Or is that some kind of animal in the distance? That was close, but I read that. What the hell is that? I don't care. I need. Looks solid. Looks frozen shut. I need something to break it. Rock maybe? Ah, rock. If I use the interact mode, I can swing it more accurately. So, whoops. There we go. I hope to God it's not frozen inside as well, so weak, but if I just interact... Oh, there we go. No, wrong way. There we go. God, it's noisy out there. Oh, that didn't sound good. Spirits, stop talking to me. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although, looking around, maybe I did. What is this place? Gee. It's stuck. There must be a way, another way around. Ooh, flare. A metal rod. Interesting. A hammer. Let's see. I can swing this hammer if I hold the left mouse, and I can make a backswing by pulling the right on the right, and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the swing, I should be able to look around. Or I should still be able to look around. A metal shelf. Wooden shelf slowly falling apart. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? Oh, what's this? Tip it over. Come on. Okay. So, I see. Doesn't really explain it super well. We have to drag the mouse to actually swing the ship. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Where does this go? Is this just... Yeah, it's just two ways around. I'm assuming these are hotkeys, so Yeah, nice. There we go. Unlock. Oh! The hatch is seriously solid. It won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out. Or in. What the fuck was that? This looks like some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center. There's no way to operate it. I apologize now for any failings I say. The metal rod work? Yeah, it does. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I've never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. I jotted something in my notes. The entrance to the cave has caved in. There must be another way out. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing the left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be hurt unless something is right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. Okay, so is that a hint that I should turn that off? My best bet is to hide for a couple of seconds or perfectly still. That'll make me properly hidden. So there's storage in the office. The office seems closer, so let's go there. Nice. So much history in this place, tied up in words and left to decompose. Yup. Anything in these? Backstrom. It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back to World War II. I suppose this mine was converted into some kind of bunker. 15th of August, 1945. Commander Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu. Weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runaway maintenance completed. I have ordered the maintenance be carried out twice weekly from here on due to increased snowfall and one wounded. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. Two of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in their workshop/armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. Bunch of retards. I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom. I'll keep that in mind. And I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up the manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think the more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected sometimes. I feel as if this war could end and we might not even hear about it out here. Supply requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes. 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing damp ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C. An order for myself. My glasses are in a rather poor state and repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previous caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth, and discovered by one of the work teams later this evening. After martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCPO M. Major. I'm assuming that's what this is. Oh! A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange. And yet, he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still, I know this man before me. Howard. I call him Father. Oh, what the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Probably not. I think that's supposed to be the save stations. At least I'm assuming. Does it do it again if I press it? Yeah. This feels like saving. I may never get used to that. Get that out of here, chair. I'm looking for goodies. Like this. Copenhagen Post, Monday, 17th August, 1930. Psychological deposits at the bottom of the death mine? Question mark. Researchers of the University of Copenhagen have suggested the mine-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at the Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's natural higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high at the 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners' symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia, and has prompted researchers to hypothesize that the natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conductive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. In the event, spirits known as the Twingat lives in the mountains. The university awaits the results of chemical testing studies to continue. So they think what minerals are making people crazy in here. Good to know. Beef jerky. A delicious little treat. Some more jerky. I have a feeling I'll probably be stuck here for a while, so I might need the painkillers. Nothing. Locked. Maybe this key? Hell yeah. Big book of explosive. Whoops. If you guys want to read this, you can. I'm not reading this. I think the only thing I need to know is the materials. Black match fuse, so I would need string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, and Baxitrin. Hey, I just picked up Baxitrin. Dynamite, that word, earth, and nitroglycerin, TNT, Armstrong mixture, red phosphorus, and barium. Cool. So I'm going to assume I need to make a bomb or something at some point. Oh god, is something else down here with me? I can't just wait for whatever is around that corner. I need to hide. Oh, it's a dog. A dog with glowy eyes. Jesus, I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I better not stare at it or anything. Within the field of vision might panic me, and I'm a goner. Where'd you go? Oh, you're over there now. Well, I guess I'll just go the long way around to get to the... I think was the armory? You over here, Pooch? You better not be. Better have gone back the other way. Don't be over here, please. Okay, looks like we're good. Unless I round this corner, he's here. No, we're good. Okay. A match. Or match. If this lighter wasn't empty, it'd come in handy if I had one. Lighter plus fuel equals happy face. Is that supposed to be spiders? Spiders equals frowny face. Box... rocks? I can move a box if I take the rocks out of it? I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Gas? Gas, maybe? Luck from the other side. Does that mean there's someone still inside? I can hear chattering. Thank God, and maybe I can have some of my answers something. Because it went by too fucking quickly. Locked. Ah, this thing. Eh. I can move this? Yeah. It's still kind of in the way. Can I rotate you? I guess that works. Hopefully this isn't a poop. Okay, good. I wanted to walk in here first before I did that. More batteries, painkillers. Might as well save. It was different, but the same. That time, like, I had more control, but over what? Alright, well, before we venture into the under, which I still can't get into, you fucking box. That works. Come on. There we go. So, in the next one, we will go down here. I'll put a rock down here for me to grab. Oh, that's weird. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all for some more Penumbra. Later, guys.